Muhammad was better than Jesus. And it's hard to kind of get your head around. This kind of sounds kind of insane, but if you believe that Jesus is Yahweh, right, because a lot of Christians believe in the Trinity, that Jesus is the same God of the Old Testament. He's the same God called Yahweh, Adonai, Jehovah. He was the same Old Testament God that spoke to Abraham and Moses. That's what a lot of Christians believe. But if you believe in this type of idea, then that means you believe that Jesus was the same God in the Old Testament that sent bears to kill small children in 2 Kings 2:4. Right? Because if Jesus is Yahweh, if Jesus is Adonai, if Jesus is Jehovah, that means Jesus is the same God in the Old Testament in 2 Kings 2:4 that sent bears to kill small children, which is shocking. Muhammad never did that, of course. I don't believe that there's any mention in the Quran or the Hadiths where Muhammad caused small children to die by any means. Right? Jesus did kill small children, though, in the Old Testament. Again, if you believe that he is Yahweh, if he's Adonai, if he's Jehovah, if you believe this, that means you believe that Jesus killed small children as Yahweh in the Old Testament in 2 Kings 2:4. That means that Jesus is actually kind of more morally reprehensible compared to Muhammad. And of course, 2 Kings 2:4 is just one example. You also have 1 Samuel 15:3, where Adonai, where Yahweh, where Jehovah, where the God of the Old Testament instructs the Israelites to go to war with the Amalekites and to genocide them and to completely devastate their entire community, right? Yahweh, that means, but wait, Jesus is Yahweh, so that means that Jesus was telling the Israelites to do this, to tell the Israelites to slaughter the Amalekites. Jesus commanded for a genocide. Muhammad never, of course, Muhammad probably did engage in some type of conflicts, right? But I don't believe he explicitly said that, all right, go out and devastate an entire community of people. Jesus, as Yahweh in the Old Testament, he did do this in 1 Samuel 15:3. Of course, Yahweh, Adonai, Jehovah, the Old Testament God, initiates many other genocides in the Old Testament. Like, you can just literally go onto Google and research about Old Testament genocides, and you'll find a full listing of the countless atrocities found in the Old Testament. Of course, the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible, the Tanakh, is in there if you carefully read through everything properly. And this is why I believe that Muhammad was a lot better than Jesus, because you could start off with Muhammad never told bears to kill small children and commanded any type of group to fully genocide another community. That was something that Muhammad never did. Muhammad tried to he was more egalitarian. He said that there is no superiority over an Arab compared to any other race. It's all about your religious nature. It's all about your piety. It's not about your background. That's what Muhammad was kind of claiming in the Hadiths. There is mentions of this in the Hadiths. He was kind of promoting more of an egalitarian approach to race relationships and stuff. Muhammad kind of also instituted charity, zakat. Right? Jesus never did that. Jesus also, in a lot of, there was a Canaanite woman asking for help in Matthew 15:24, and Jesus was just kind of dismissive. He didn't really want to help her because she wasn't a fellow Israelite. She wasn't a part of his community and stuff. So it's kind of, you can see there's this difference between Muhammad and Jesus. Muhammad was kind of trying to institute charity, whereas Jesus was kind of just preaching and giving sermons. And of course, it's kind of bizarre. Right? It's kind of this picture we have of Jesus being better than Muhammad is kind of insane, because from one standpoint, if you believe that Jesus is Yahweh, you believe Jesus is the same God of the Old Testament that, again, in 2 Kings 2:4, sent bears to kill small children. So Jesus sent bears and used bears to kill small children. Right? Muhammad never did that. That's bizarre. Of course, many Christians are going to kind of either try to deflect or try to rationalize this. Of course, you can't do that because these are explicit verses. I also believe that Jesus was not as great as people like to think. He created a lot of problems in his communities. Right? He disrupted Roman authorities. He was kind of causing some type of issues in his area and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of insane that a lot of Christians kind of like Jesus is in Western culture. Jesus is extremely overrated compared to Muhammad. Muhammad instituted charity. Right? He made egalitarian statements, claimed that he was kind of against racism. Right? Jesus was never there. There is no mention of like how Jesus says that we're all equal. And of course, maybe there is some type of mentioning. I would argue that it's not as explicit as Muhammad, or like what Muhammad was claiming and saying. And this goes, yeah, Jesus is kind of somewhat heavily overrated. But again, to kind of summarize everything, right? If you believe that Jesus is Adonai, is Jehovah, is Yahweh, is the same God of the Old Testament, you believe that Jesus was the same God that told the Israelites to kill the Amalekites, that kind of commanded and used bears to slaughter small children. Again, in 2 Kings 2:4, that's kind of like my favorite verse to quote because it's so shocking, right? You should kind of research and look it up yourself on Google.